Hello, friends, and hello, students, and hello, mentees, and hello, the zillionaires. And how are you doing? And I hope you actually have a very good day out there. And how has your week been so far? For today's masterclass, I'm going to be talking about the principle of an eagle to catapult you into wealth. For everybody to make wealth, which has been given to us by divine mandate, there is need for us to be able to take some lessons from animals, from things that we do, because principles are universal, contextual, and geographical. Today, principle of an eagle to catapult you into wealth is what we're going to be discussing about. Again, my name is Dr. Julius Oluwasegun, your wealth, financial, entrepreneurship mind surgeon. The very first principle I'm going to be talking about today is about the principle of an eagle that fly alone in the flocks. Anytime you see eagle in the world, they don't fly in groups. You can only find one eagle in the sky. When I mean in the sky, in the herd, you can't find groups of eagles together. They only fly alone, unlike other birds that fly together in groups. Which means for you to be able to do anything in this world, you've got to rise above everything. Be it that clusters of life, be it whatever you do, you've got to be having that excellent spirit of being alone in that niche. So that you can be able, others can collaborate with you. And you have to rise above not only yourself, you've got to rise to be able to dominate the market wherever you're actually prospering in. Maybe perhaps it might be in your career as someone who's on the journey. You've got to see how you can be able to be amongst the 1% of the 1% that is leading in that space. I've done it in some ways, all the way from my primaries to tertiary and up to today, and in this day and age. It's all about those principles that I keep with my team, that we keep practicing globally in the world. We don't compete, we collaborate. Eagles always, if you want to be successful in life, you've got to make the first decision that it will be, though it's going to be lonely when you make that first decision up there, because you know when you are alone in that sky, in that place, in that business, in that career, when you are at the topmost, it will look like you're lonely at times, but it's never. Again, when we talk about some of this principle, eagle fly alone and they end up here in the air as thin as it is. And you are built for this attitude as an eagle. And this is why some of my best animals in this world, last week we talked about the lion, today I'm talking about the eagles, because these are the two animals that I represent on this platform Earth. And this is why I want you to take some of these skills of lessons that I'm actually teaching about. And again, you are built for the altitude. I mean for the topmost top, not for the latitude. You're built for above only. You need to get used to people not agreeing with you. Because when you are the only one that is doing some of these things sometimes, some people will disagree, a lot of people will disagree with you. And your vision sometimes, or your mission, might look like you're stupid or you're not actually getting on there because you're lonely. You need to be able to know how, so that when it is lonely, you'll be able to know how to discover yourself and how to become the only niche in that space. If one eagle fly at the age or at the altitude of an eagle, they meet definitely not as an eagle. You can never find clusters of eagles, except in some cases where you can actually see maybe 2 or 3, in some cases where they are. Most of people you live amongst are pigeons. When you look at pigeons, they're always in the groups. When you are actually in the business, in the niche of a career, you've got to single yourself out so that an excellent spirit can actually be found in you. For you to maintain the progress you have to meet in life, people will always inspire you, and sometimes not people, they will be going, some of them are not even going where you are going, but they will be inspiring to be like you. They'll be aspiring to be like you. But you need to now take more lessons in that. So that if you are going to become all that you're going to become, you've got to be amongst those who want to be with you. You don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to know in every versatility of life. Just find a niche, find a place, find a purpose, find a passion that God has deposited in you so that life can become more better for you. You cannot choose your brothers and sisters, but you can choose your friends. And this is what eagles do. They always choose their friend. They choose where they want to go to in life. Number 2 principle is that eagles possess vision. Today, my pastor was actually talking about some of these principles that has to do with a case study of Daniel. Daniel was actually having the principle of a vision of becoming somebody that can be found with an excellent spirit in him. At the end of the day, in that same location, that same vineyard, same country, Daniel was actually placed above others, that he could actually become the emperor of the whole country. And this is what the eagle do. There is no birds in the entire kingdoms of birds that has the same vision as an eagle. Eagle has doable sight, but one vision. Eagle can look into the air and see as far as 5 miles away. Vision. They are very penitent in terms of their vision, very sharp, and they focus from 3 kilometers and above, 3 kilometers from above, to be able to aim for that. And they don't eat dead meat. They only go for that thing that's going to become much more, because that's what drives them. They see a herd, and as you that you're having a vision as a world creator, you've got to keep motivating yourself. Get some of those books, attend some of the conferences, so get mentorship that can mentor you to be able to become that. In order to be successful in life, you must not become jack of all trades. No. When you see an eagle, they always have target. You've got to have target. And there are millions of people on this earth, millions of trade, millions of people doing what you are doing. But you've got to be the only one that has the right vision. And let it be the one that is actually propelling you to become what you want to become in life. No matter what type of animal you're around, just like the eagle, no matter the kind of birds within their kingdom, they always rise above others. They always in the herd alone. They fly to the highest altitude when you compare them to other birds category in the animal kingdom. No matter the trees around them or the troubles of life that you have in your business, challenges are bound to happen. Some business might not go the way you plan, but one thing that is certain is that you learn a lesson from that business. Again, in your education or your career, in the workplace where you are, it might be you're facing some challenges, but I tell you, challenges does not last long, but tough people do when challenges happen to people. You're meant to make mistakes, but when you make mistakes in your business, try to now put a lesson around it and make sure you monetize it, and that thing can become a yardstick for growth for you in your life. No matter what type of people you are around, no matter the kind of traits, no matter what people that you have and the thoughts that they have, an eagle will always focus on the vision. I want you to be focused in this year. And eagles are not distracted by pigeons, by any other animals in the kingdom. Your friends, families, whatever, distractions, they don't get distracted. They are not people that actually go to Galileans. When they are making money, when they have visions, they try to make sure they reinvest in their business. They make sure they build themselves. They make sure they keep sharpening and sharpen their skills. Reading the right books, taking notes, building the system so that the system can actually be autonomous. Having an AI tools and AI matched into their business so that it can propel them to become the best amongst their contemporaries. In your business of today, when you are in any contemporaries, in any business, if you don't have an AI integrated into your business, it means you cannot actually scale for a longer period. Put your vision and go back on the vision board. Every day when you wake up, your vision board should be part of those things you see. As you're opening the door, you're opening your eyes. Let your vision board be big and be bold to scare you. Because if it doesn't scare you, you cannot get to where you want to get to in life. And this is why it's very important. Always say you will win, even when you keep striving, when things are looking daunting. The dreams that you have is in you, and the vision is in you. You are the only one that can actually carry out that vision. Number 3 principle, for eagles is that eagles only eat live meat. They don't eat dead meat. Just like lions, they always go for fresh meat, and they do not go in groups. Or neither will you see them eating a dead apple or a dead fruit or dead animal around them. But only vulture does eat any dead animal around them, anything dead. But eagles don't. They segregate themselves. You don't want to settle for the crumbs on the floor. You want to be able to go to see that your idea is ruling in the world and you are a champion in that field. And I want you to know that is why you should be beautiful in all your ideas. Because eagles always demand fresh meat because of their metabolisms. Now, I don't know where you stay. Sometimes where you stay also affects what you do. And the environment of group of people you move in also affects what you do. Because if you work with people that eat, that are not people that are propelled for something that gives them more urge to do more better, that means you're going to be having a lot of struggle to be able to be amongst the 1% of the 1% of your location. Your location, the people you hang out with, the places you go to worship, the schools you go to, the people you have as friends contribute a lot to you. So you've got to know what kind of animals, what kind of ideas, what kind of products, what kind of service you want to be able to put out there. If you're going to rise as God has created you, you need to become also to maintain the height God wants you to be. Now, when you see some persons, the way they talk pisses some people off. You're not someone that is conscious of how you talk to your clients, how you talk to your boss, how you talk to your team members. You're not able to sieve your words. I just want to express myself. At the end of the day, your core team, they get hurt by that. Maybe your partner might actually be, but you've got to be able to have the right attitude. Now, you need to feed yourself with new exciting information. Because if you're not there, you will not remember. Because the information you know yesterday is already updated today. Every second, information gets refreshed. And information put into action will produce results. And what will make you feed your vision is practical food that will propel your vision. Just like the eagle. The eagle go for the fresh meat, fresh information. And you want to avoid so many people. So that as you consider them as, as dead meat sometimes. Because too many friends will not make you to have the right skills, the right time for what you're meant to do. You've got to separate yourself and become what God wants you to become. While you're in your becoming stage, you're studying, you're putting up systems, you are sharpening the systems, you're looking at what is better, what can be improved, what can be more competitive. You're looking at your competitors. What can you do more better? Because the eagles does not feed on dead meat. You've got to make sure your ideas are always new. Your systems are always updated, because when you are not updated, you'll be outdated. And what you don't know is bigger than you until what you know it. And this is why I want you to look at that. And again, people, I want you to also look at very important information to protect your vision. And not everybody has the same passion like your dream. You need to see life food for your dream so that it can become a reality. Your system, you've got to look for the right people to be able to put the right system in place. Number 4 principle is that eagles always test before they trust. Now, when you look at the family of eagles, when an eagle, before an eagle mates, before they get a male counterpart to be able to meet with them, they give them trials. Just like the way you want to woo somebody or you want to go get investors into your business. They would not just go without trust. They've got to see. They want to be able to know who are the people behind your business. Who are you building it with? Who is your mentor? How has your system been? How has your finance been? And are you able to give account to that business? Are you making sure your documentations in that business is properly documented and also is updated? You're not owing the government. I always tell my mentee that there are 3 G's you can always be afraid of. Number 1 of them is, the first G is God. The second one is gun. And the third one is government. G. God, government, and gun. Because if you don't pay what is due in terms of statutory to the government will come for you at the end of the day. If you're owing taxes, it will keep increasing over the years. Before you know it, they take over your business or they lay you off at that business. Or maybe you're in a group of persons and your documentations are not legalized. You don't have a legal document in that country. You'll find out that the government will come for you. Now, let's leave all those things for another day. But one thing I want you to know is that before the female eagle actually allowed the male eagle to mate with them, they make sure they give them tests so that they can be able to try them. What they do is that they fly down and to go pick up a twig of a pig. When they pick up that pig, they go into the air and the male follow them. They want to be able to try to see if that male is able to go all out. And they throw that pig, they throw it to the floor. Then as it is coming, it must not land on the ground. The male must go for it to make sure and bring it back to the female up there. And they do that from maybe 2 to 3 miles away, or sometimes to 5 miles away. And they drop it more often in different altitude, in different at the end of the day, when they do that, the faster it falls, the faster they fly. It catches the twig, and before it flies, it takes it back to the female and the twig so that before it falls. And it tries that over and over. When the female is not happy, the female eagle is not happy, it now looks at the man as an expert in catching the twig. And at the end of the day, when you're not happy to know that your man is a successful man in your business, or your partners are not successful in their business, they don't have trust, they don't have integrity, they're not people that obey, they never commit to whatever you're building, it means you've got to look for a way to know that they need to commit to it. They must have interest. Your partners must have interest in the business. And again, you've got to see that they are on the same journey with you. Your business partner must be people that either contribute either in finance or in equity or in time or in skills. So they've got to bring something to the table that is shaping your business. Now, maybe in your school or in your academics, as a student who is actually studying, you've got to see how that person can actually add more value to you, add value to the person. Maybe in your workplace, you've got to see that people that you move with are people that have the same vision in anything you do. Stop spending hours with people who will not make you to be successful in life. Most people at 20, at 30, at 40, the kind of people they have are not quality people as they are meant to be. I made a decision about 10 years ago that in my field and my life, only quality people are allowed. I don't give room to people to be able to, but I give room to only quality people because it must be of value to value. Now, I want to ask you a question. The kind of friend you have in that business, are there people that encourage you? Are there people that makes you to lose fatigues? Are there people that makes you to be every time getting tiresome of your business? Because remember, if they don't trust you, if you don't trust them, you cannot actually build with them. Is your partner trustable? Is your business trustable? And have you been able to test them over the time? Some people, if they don't have money, their true character doesn't reflect. But when they have money, the character reflects. Now, when small money is coming on, instead of them to keep on that delayed gratification, they want to buy the designers or the latest clothing. At the end of the day, they lose the focus in that angle. But I hope you're not that kind of person. Always make sure you test them before you commit or to trust them. This is one of my principles. Before I let our group open, I make sure you've gone through the tests and trials so that you can be able to. So that when we are no longer in that area or in that niche, you are able to build more. Even your team member, you've got to test them, you've got to make sure they are tried so that you can be able to have a trust in them. Number 5, eagle loves stars. The eagle is the only bird that fly towards stars when the sky is blinking. Every other birds run away from there. The eagles, they love stars. The pigeon, they have a hole where they run into. The ducks, they find the dusk where they can run into. And the Bible says, I will bear you on my wings to be a success. My holy book said so. Challenges are good for a leader, for a man or of character, for a business builders. You build through the challenges. Because when challenges does not happen, you will not be able to scale through in that business. Eagles grow to the size of 7 feet to the stars. They rise above the star most times. When challenges come, challenges are not here to break you, but they are here to make you to become what you want to become. even your partners are going to be able to become, because eagles find the storm as an opportunity to relax. One small business, one small challenges in your life, or one small problem, you start complaining. You start going from one counseling to the other, and at the end of the day, you're not able to find a niche for that problem. Now, you don't want to run away from problem, because problem challenges make us stronger. And because when you go through it, you learn a lot of things from there, and it becomes part of life for you. And it becomes a lesson. Because remember, experience can never be defined by a dictionary. It can only be defined by your personal experience. Which is one thing I learned from my pastor today as well, which I want you to also take note of. No matter what you go through, no matter how the challenges are, the storms has come to make you better. You can use it to fly as an attitude that you've never been before. Challenges always test your skill if you are good. And life challenges are shock absorber for life, just like you're driving a car. Challenges brings out the best in you. What you see in your challenges makes you, it gives you scars. Yes, I know. There are some challenges that when they come, they look like they want to break you, they want to finish you. In your business, it looks like maybe that challenges you guys are having, you lost a lot amount of money in it. My mentor once said, if you've never lost $1 million, it means you're not yet a millionaire. He said, if you never lost couple of hundred, it means you're not 100 At the end of the day, if you've lost billions in business, you'll be able to say, yes, you've been able to. But again, this is not about talk. Challenges are good for you to be able to help you so that you can rise above those scars. When the scars are there, you can always remember what you went through. And it also helps you to make sure you become healed over the time. Because eagles, they like to make the challenges their strong challenge. An eagle loves challenges, and they make them become more better. They see every challenges that makes them become an opportunity. Challenges are not here to break you. Challenges are here to make you stronger, friends. Number 6 principle is that an eagle always prepare for training. Eagles always invest in themselves. They spend time in developing others. Maybe you've been a loner in your business, in your field of work, in your family, because you are the only person that is in that business that is successful. Your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your family members, your business partners, do they have the right training that you are having as well? Some will say, can a bird think? Yes, bird does think. Eagles think. The eagle is the only bird that built its nest at an eye cleft in the cold rock. You can't find a duck creating their own house at the cliff of a mountain. It built it to a clear rock so that nobody can actually go into it. It picks up the pie as the twig, and it flies to that altitude to the earth and lay them there. On the top of that twig, it does the most orthodox things. The eagles find the thorns sharp and they are dangerous. It brings back those cotton and the straws that they pick from that place. Then it comes back to lay it in their eggs in the nest. And the eagles invest in training others. They train their children. You cannot be successful in life without investing in other people, your team members, in your group, the people you manage, as a CEO, as a director. You've got to see how you can be able to invest in relationship. You need to trust other people. To be successful in life without investing in people is never possible. You've got to see how you can prepare people to be able to eat with you. In terms of training, in terms of what you do, you've got to allow, even eagles always allow their male eagle to sit on their eggs. As you can see, they cannot be successful if their partner does not agree with their eggs. Your business is your nest. Your family is your nest. You've got to see how to be focused and bring your spouse with you, your partner with you on the same successful journey. The key to division is a strange vision. When you have division in your family, in your business, it's going to cost lack of division. It's going to be the division. Vision is a single side. And again, the prefix to the word division. The prefix meant two. Anytime you see the word die or di, it means to split. The colony meant one. If you look at the dichotomy of that, it means to split into two. The word day. If you want to protect yourself, you must be constantly communicate to your team, giving them constant training, because true vision is where you'll be able to make your mission to be accomplished. If you're gonna seek success, if you want to seek success in anything you do in your company, you've got to have a single vision, and the vision must be spelled out to your team every day on the wall or as part of your motto. It must be just like the zillionaires, the outside zillionaires community. Our vision is to rise by lifting each other up. Very plain, very simple, and as a result of that, that's why you're watching this on this podcast. You're also listening to this on this episode on these various masterclasses. You've got to have what I call that vision. We are going to produce you as eagle always bear eaglets. When their eggs are hatched, then a new eaglet is created. And you need eaglets to survive in your business. And in your partnership, you need fellow eaglets to be able to carry you along. And when the eagles grow, they prefer to stay in the nest along the line. Your environment, your team members that you're creating, they've got to be on the same wavelength with you. Just like a case study today. They said there are some persons, when they're enjoying on holiday, their staff member are not enjoying. There's no bonuses for them. At the end of the day, you find out that it's only the boss or the CEO that is actually enjoying the business. It shouldn't be that way for you. Eagles are not afraid to grow. You need to be able to be born with a dream inside you. And you don't need to be afraid of success. You've got to have more versatility with you. Some are afraid of investing their energy. Some are afraid to start early. Just today, we also learned as well that you've got to start from wherever you are. No matter the amount you have, no matter the big ocean as it is wide, just start with whatever is in your hand. Is it a product or a service or you're building something? Just start. Don't wait until you have millions before you start. Sometimes you might not even need millions. You might not even need money to start those ideas, those businesses. All you need to do, because Eagle's mother does help to make sure the eagles are able to fly. And don't be satisfied with what you have made. A mama eagle does something strange. A female eagle does something strange. Suddenly, the mother of that eagle, what it does is that it takes that eagle, the eaglet, to fly with her. And from that altitude of flying, it drops that eaglet. Then it goes again to make sure the eagle doesn't land on the floor. And it just picks up that eagle and go back to the same altitude and try it again. Giving that training, constant training to sharpen them so that they can become much more. Even when the eaglets cry over when that piece of trainings are going on. Because it's not easy. They cry, but it doesn't leave them alone. The father, the eagle male, always go to save them sometime when they see that the training is becoming much more accurate. You cannot be successful if you don't have a dream. You have a part-time dream, you want to be looking at, you've got to stay on your job until you can stay more. And you have to go to learn the beauty of life to be successful. Do not be comfortable sitting down on the wings of people. No. There has to be some bruises, life experiences to go for you to build a successful business. The mother of eagles stomps them. The father eagle always sees them every detail to go after them by catching them and holding them to be successful. Don't throw them away. Don't help them all the time. Your team members, don't always help them all the time. Let them be able to think. Let them become much more imaginative than you. Let them go through the measures of failures. Because success is a series of failures. It's a collection of failures. Let them learn to fly on their own. Build them. Give them the right training, the right tools. Let them be creative in their business. You will be successful as the ability of all that you've been able to train to fly in your business. Your ability to release others in the flights is the future of your success if you want to be successful. Suddenly, the eaglets start doing it and they start flying. Your team member can always start on your own. The last principle, which is the principle number 7, is that eagles grow old. Eagles eventually dies. When it grows old, the eagle finds a quiet place in a mountain and does something no other birds do. They begin to take their wings. They begin to pluck their wings away. The virgins take the welder and throw them on the mountains and yank the feather off. When you see an eagle, they remove their feathers when they're about to die. They don't die with the feathers. They yank them off from all their body, and it is now left with the skin until a new feather grows. My Bible says, wait on the Lord. All of us have got to find a refuge in God. Sometimes we feel this old thing we do in life is not going to be successful. We always need to find a quiet place to be a bit, to have a feather and expose our feather to it. Where we pour all our hearts to God. In the quiet place is where we confess all our frustrations. It's a place where we begin to hear God giving us the new direction, the new exposure, the new line of innovation. Because if you're never in a quiet place, in a secret place, you either belong to a secret court. A secret place, a quiet place, is a place where you want to ask God for more direction, for more insights. And God will always begin to give you new ideas to add into your business. Just like when the eagle wants to die. The eaglets, the eagles, they surround the eagle to see that it doesn't die alone. Go back to that quiet place if you feel discouraged. Find a place that will help you. I don't know what's that thing that's going to help you. Is it music? Is it traveling? Is it some exercise in the gym? When life challenges are so strong for you or your business, you can actually look for a way to become more better in that thing that you do. You need to mount up with wings as eagles. You will run and you will not be weary. And you will fly and you shall get there. So I want you to join me at the top. This principle of an eagle is something I want you to go back to add to your business, to your career as an entrepreneur, and to be able to see how you can be able to practice them so that life can become more better for you. You can never fly alone. You can never get it alone. You can never be there alone. You need others. We rise by lifting each other. These are the 7 principles of an eagle to catapult your business into a wealthy place. I hope you've actually been able to learn and take enough lessons today. And I cannot wait to start seeing your businesses doing better. If you're watching this from any country, why not drop a comment on this video? Why not also share this video with your colleagues and friends? And if you want to book us, if you want to book me for consultations, I want you to go to www.juliusaroba.com and you can be able to fill a form there and our team will be able to get across to you. Or maybe your business is not doing well, you need a coach and a mentor. I want you to also send us a message on that. You check the write-up on this podcast. The details are there. Or you want to follow us on any of our platforms. RSEG Link Services Limited, RSEG Link Zillionaire Consulting, RSEG Links Zillionaires. Across every platform, or RSEG Links, you'll be able to, AROSEGLINKS. You'll be able to find us on there. And again, there are books that we've written called Life Beyond a Lifetime. And the other book is called World Code. I want you to get those books because they're going to help you to become more better in this 21st century. I can't wait to see you again, to have you, meet you at the top. God bless you. See you at the top. Bye-bye.